This video is brought to you by the 3 Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Star Wars, the deck building game, in about 3 minutes. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 2 players, playing time is short, and it's a pretty simple game. In a galaxy far, far away, the battle between the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance is hitting full swing. Can you marshal your forces, defeat your enemy's fleet, and master the Force in order to win this head-to-head game? This game has 1 winner and 1 loser. Each player has an agreed number of bases that, when destroyed, are replaced. You lose if your final base is destroyed. Deck building. You start with a preset hand of cards and improve them throughout the game. Drafting. You'll select cards from the central display to add to your deck. Player turn. Each player starts with 7 basic resource generating cards, 2 attacking cards, and 1 card with variable powers on it. Shuffle these cards and draw 5 each. You also have a starting base. Set the power of the Force tracker between the players with the marker cube on the Rebel side. The Empire player takes the first turn. We will play as the Rebels. Draw 6 cards from the main deck and place them in the middle of the table. Cards with the Rebel symbol are oriented towards you. Imperial cards oriented towards the Imperial player, and grey neutral cards on their side. This is the Galaxy Row. Let's do a very basic turn. Because the Force is totally on our side, we gain 1 yellow resource cube. We also play 4 Alliance shuttle cards, each of which gives us 1 resource. We spend all 5 of those to buy this B-Wing and put it in our discard pile. Our last card to play is this Rebel Trooper with 2 attack, and we do 2 damage to our opponent's base. We then place all our cards in the discard pile and draw 5 new ones. This ends our turn. We will reshuffle the deck if we run out of cards. This ability here is what shifts the Force tracker in your favor, and numerous cards have benefit if the Force is in your favor. And now for a more complex turn. We do not fully have the Force on our side, so do not get the bonus resource, but we do get one from our Blockade Runner. We also use our Rebel Transport to repair 2 damage to our base. We start by playing an Alliance shuttle for 1 resource. The Imperial AT-AT is in the Galaxy Row, and we note that it has this 6 here. This is how much attack we need to remove it from the Galaxy Row to gain the shown reward. We then play Dengar and a Trooper for 6 attack, and put this Mon Calamari Cruiser from the Galaxy Row into our discard for free as a result. Dengar also gives us 2 more resources, and we spend all 4 of those on a Hammerhead. We play an X-Wing, which lets us draw another card because the Force is in our favor, and a Rebel Commando and a B-Wing. The Imperial player discards a card from the Rebel Commando, but doesn't want to discard a second one from the B-Wing. We also have our Blockade Runner attacking. We place damage markers on them up to their attack value and then assign them to the defending Imperials. We have to remove capital ships first before being able to directly damage the base. Those 2 capital ships go into the Imperial player's discard, while the 2 damage remains on the Death Star base. If a base takes enough damage to be destroyed, excess damage is ignored. And at the end of your opponent's turn, you choose a base from the agreed upon list to replace it, gaining a new base power. Why would you like this game? This is a great and simple dueling game that has enough going on to be quite interesting. Fundamentally, it is a deck building game, and it doesn't veer far away from the norms of that genre, but it does have some fascinating features. I really like that you can blow up stuff in the middle row and get rewards for it, and there are optional rules for removing neutral cards as well. And the bases and their powers are very cool, and I found myself having a good time choosing which base would be my replacement. And finally, there isn't much repetition in the cards, and you only see maybe 1/3 of the deck every time you play. That keeps the game reasonably fresh. All up, it's suitable for most ages too. The best thing about this game is it's a dedicated dueling game, and as a result, the experience is nicely polished. However, it's still just a basic deck building game, and if you don't like the main traits of that genre, nothing here will save that. And I imagine you might get over the core gameplay loop pretty quickly if you overplay it. This game is compared to Star Realms a lot, and for a heavier Star Wars game, try Rebellion. Star Wars the deck building game. Perfectly good for what it is. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.